good afternoon. And some of my friends have joined from India, so good evening.
Hello, everyone. I think let's get started. I just got a message from one of the guest MPP, Amarjot Sandhu. He is also joining us now. So let's get started with our program, and we can have people joining us meanwhile. What do you say, Chitraji? Let's get started?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Yeah.
All right. Wonderful. So I will start with the introduction about International Women's Day, because as we all know, we celebrate on March 8th, International Women's Day, and throughout the month of March. So we all celebrate the many achievements of women throughout the history in arts, athletics, business, government, philanthropy, humanities, science, and education. Let's celebrate women's achievements, raise awareness against bias. Let's take action for gender equality. Imagine a gender equal world, a world which is free of discrimination and bias. Is this a screen sharing? Okay. So as I was saying, that a world free of bias, stereotype, discrimination, a world that's diverse, equitable, and inclusive. A world where difference is valued and celebrated. Together, we can forge women's equality. Collectively, we can all break the bias. So today's program is all about celebrating International Women's Day. I will start with the introduction of our board. So our Vice President is Ms. Chitralekha Potnis. We started this nonprofit organization in 2019 with a different name, and now it's called Indo-Canadian
Association.
Yeah, Indo-Canadian Association. Sorry, actually, I'm just getting a call. So now the name has changed to Indo-Canadian Association, but in 2014 was the first time when we started with this non-profit organization, and it was called Indo-Canadian Arts and Culture Initiative. The purpose was basically to help newcomers, women, and youth, because when we come to a new country, we definitely need a lot of help, a lot of support. And that was the purpose of starting this nonprofit organization way back in 2014. And this is our 8th year. We're so excited just to include other sectors besides arts and culture. We changed the name to Indo-Canadian Association so that we can take care of, or we can help women, youth, newcomers, along with seniors. So today's celebration is about International Women's Day. So Chitraji, would you like to introduce our organization here?
Yeah, let me introduce you first. Mokshi Virk, she's the president of Indo-Canadian Association. Mokshi Virk is a multiple award winner, community leader, international author, events organizer, realtor, speaker, mentor, radio and TV host, and a founder director of non-profit organization, Indo-Canadian Arts and Culture Initiative. Mokshi Virk was appointed to a prestigious position of the president of WICI, Central Canada, India Business Council in 2020 for her empowering leadership and achievements. She was appointed as a president of World Book of Records UK for Toronto, Canada in 2020. Recently, she was appointed as a country director, Canada by International Internship University, IIU. Also, she was appointed as country director by International Institute of Influencer in 2021. She has been recognized as international auditor for the Global Intellectual Series Diversity. It changes the perspective you see the world. She is a recipient of Citizen Award in Inspiration category from City of Brampton. She was recognized with Women of Action Award and Community Initiative Award from IWA and Community Support Award from GTA Northwest Community Health Services in 2019. Women Achiever Award from Glorious Women of Wonders, Canada in 2019. Recipient of International Women Achiever Award in Arts and Culture category in March 2020. She has been recognized by Sonia Sidhu, MP, by Ruby Sahota, Member of Parliament, and Kamal Khera, Member of Parliament, for her contribution and service to community. Awarded Iconic Influencer Award 2020 during Global Leadership Summit. Building a stronger community where she lives with her family and runs her real estate business and nonprofit organization is a very important to her. She is working towards building a better world where men and women live harmoniously, free of violence and discrimination. Thank you.
Thank you, Chitraji. You've really elaborated my profile. Thank you. All right.
Awesome, Mokshi.
Thank you. All right. So let me introduce Chitraji, who is the Vice President of Indo-Canadian Association. As Chitraji is currently the president and co-owner of Peel College of Professional Studies in Mississauga, Canada, a college that is owned and operated by women. Chitraji has engineering degree from India. She has postgraduate diploma in digital electronics and microprocessors and industrial management. She has published 52 technical research papers nationally and internationally. She has worked with street children and on UNICEF projects. One of these projects aimed to get street children and child laborers off the streets and into school by explaining the importance of education. Another project was directed towards young girls being forced into prostitution due to poverty and destitution. She was named one of the 50 influential women in GTA by Nikisa Inc. She was conferred the Education Excellence Award at World Marketing Summit and Kotler Awards Canada in November 2019. She has been recognized and appreciated by World Book of Records, UK, for spreading a spirit of positivity and hope during the testing time of Corona pandemic. She is declared as International Brand Ambassador by Virdhaba Pride Book of Records, which is Digital Book of Human Achievements awarded Social Reformer Award for this. Welcome, Chitraji. You have been an inspiration for us in education category. Love the work that you have been doing.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Pleasure working with you.
All right, so let's start our event today. And the first, let's start with the prayer. That's how we start any event. So I would request Ajitji to actually show our video recording for the Ganesha dance performance by Ujjani Saha.
Sorry, there is some kind of mix-up. I wasn't able to show the video itself. Let me retry.
Okay. Ajitji, while you are looking for the video, can I introduce our partner organization that we are organizing this event, which is Mentrex?
Yeah, Mokshi, please go ahead.
Yeah,
Let me
so
organize this. Yeah.
we are organizing this event in collaboration, in partnership with our partner organization, which is Mentrex Women. I would look forward if Dr. Nancy, welcome Dr. Nancy Juneja, and I think we should have Dr. Sangeeta also here with us. So Mentrex Women is a global solidarity initiative to recognize, respect, honor, and celebrate women named WO Women. Let's hear it out from Dr. Nancy. Please welcome Dr. Nancy Juneja.
Thank you so much, Mokshiji, Chitraji, and everyone who is present here. You know, it's really a pleasure to be here today. And I must say, wishing each and every woman here a happy International, Women's Day. I must say that Women's Day, though, is probably a day, but it's never the day or the month we're talking about. I feel it's always our day, with due respect to the men supporting us and the men here on the show also. And trust me, to see each and everyone here, I must say great effort by ICACI, and surely Mentrex Women is proud, to be always partner for, the global endeavors by ICACI in encouragement of the women all around. And as we begin with the spiritual blessings and with a good note, I'll just say that this is a wonderful opportunity that, it has been shared all over with us globally. and especially women in the digital era, that each one of us are unlocking our talent every day, and each one of us are supporting each other. That is what is mattered, that we are being celebrated, we are being recognized, we are being appreciated, and not just, by everyone out here who are watching us live and who will be watching us after this, but we are supporting each other. That is the best thing that we can do. And I'll just say, a message by this wonderful forum that we're beginning here. I see great women from different domain areas, here. I'll say you all are the goal chasers. You all are the daily hustlers. You all are the dream catchers. Just go on with the spirit. And, it is like, trust me, it is incredible support of each and every fellow women who is there, who does something or the other in different part of the world, and the men who are supporting us unconditionally. It is because of each and every one support that we are glaring high. And I'll just say, let's pass on this and spread this vibes, because, each day when we get up, we surely, ask ourselves the reason how I get here. And maybe that is the reason we go far away. Let's go with this grit, with this passion, with this perseverance, and let's, spread our sparkle all around and support each other, spreading the good vibes. Thank you so much, for wonderful opening of the event. And I must say, let's make it open, and I'm looking forward to a gala event today. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Nancy, for wonderful words. And I know you are yourself an acclaimed and a successful woman leader. So we look forward to having you with us. Let's move on to our first guest of honor today, and that is Dr. MPP Amarjot Sandhu. So can we have you here, MPP Sandhu, and you can share your thoughts?
Thank you so much, Mokshiji. It's such an honor for me to join you all. And I really want to wish you all happy International Women's Day. Today is the day we celebrate the achievements of women across the globe, and also commemorate the social, economic, and political contributions of women in our society. But today is also a day to, I would say, that reflect on the barriers that women face in our society, and what can we all do to achieve. You were mentioning gender equality, so we have to all work together to achieve the gender equality. I would say that we are blessed to live in such a country where women have equal opportunities. If I look at our caucus politically, 30% of our caucus is women. We have a deputy premier that is a woman. We have a deputy prime minister that is a woman, and we have 3 wonderful MPs that's representing Brampton, that's women. But despite all of our progress, women still continue to face a bias in our society. And we really need to empower women and equip them with all the tools they need to overcome those barriers. And I think education is one of the tools that women can have to, gain knowledge, and they can control their own lives, and the ability to make strategic decisions, strategic choices in their own lives. So that's great that you're celebrating the Women's Day. We really hope that we celebrate. This is the last virtual celebration. We'll look forward to celebrate in person with you next year. And on behalf of the government of Ontario, we're building a stronger Ontario that supports women and empower them with all the tools they need to reach their full potential. So it's always great to join you all. And if there's anything I can help you with, please feel free to reach out to me. And really looking forward to celebrate in person with you. Once again, thank you so much for having me, and happy International Women's Day.
Thank you so much. And thanks for all your wishes. And it's always great to have you with us, MPP Sandhu. You have been very supportive. And you're right that we have made a lot of progress towards gender equality, but we still have to go a long way where we can balance out, and there is no difference between the genders. So that's what we're all aiming at. Thank you. Right, so moving on, we will, Ajit, can we play this video, or how do we?
Yeah, I'm playing it now.
Thank you. Please bear with us. Actually, we're trying to start our event with a prayer to God. That's how we start our events. But somehow there is some little technical problems. We're trying to sort it out. Otherwise, we'll just move on. All right, let's move on. So our first guest speaker, and an award winner for this afternoon is Michelle. We'll start with you, Michelle. So,
Do you want to try once again the video to
please.
see whether we are able to get any sound?
okay, please, yeah.
नमामि विघ्नराजतम् कल्पवृक्षा तलास्थितम् उमापुत्र महाकाया दन्तिकं नृत्यकोविदम् ताण्डवप्रियपुत्राय ताण्डवप्रियरूपिणो नमो चिन्तामणिनित शुद्धबुद्धि
kartik dadigina da, 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 kartik da kartik dadigina da.
Amazing. I hope everyone liked it. All right, so moving on, as I said, let's introduce our first speaker, for guest speaker, as well as the award winner for diversity. That is Michelle Maggie. Michelle is the president of Canadian Black Chamber of Commerce. Michelle is an experienced owner with a demonstrated history of working in the hospitality industry, skilled nonprofit organizations, government, event management, team building, and media relations is her strength. Strong entrepreneurship, professional. She's a professional graduated from York University and Seneca College of Applied Arts and Technology. Let's hear it out from Michelle. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Mochi. It's such a pleasure to be there, to be here. And I'm so glad we're able to start with that prayers, because, you know, we really should start our life every morning where we rise with prayers to give gratitude just to be here, and that we're able to have the gifts that we have each day, that we're fortunate to have each day. So good afternoon, everyone, and happy Women's History Month. I am Michelle McGee. I'm a mother. I'm a daughter. I am a sister. I am an auntie, a girlfriend, a confidant, a role model, a partner. I'm a person in business. I'm a woman of color. I am the president of the Canadian Black Chamber of Commerce. On behalf of the Canadian Black Chamber of Commerce, I bring greetings and congratulations to the Indo-Canadian Association for hosting another successful event. So the 8th annual Global Women's Event honoring womanhood. And so important, the gratitude we speak of, we must also continue to honor who we are as women. I feel like I'm amongst giants when I hear all the achievements and all the work that you do. It excites me to know that I'm amongst giants. So every morning we wake up, we can give thanks and say, you know what, I'm not alone. I am amongst giants. So Moshki, thank you for inviting and giving me this opportunity to speak today. And thank you for being an example and a pinnacle of strength in your community and beyond. You are indeed a fabulous woman and an inspiration that empowers many women to dig deep, really deep inside to recognize their own strength. You know, women's rights movements have been fighting gender inequality since 1848. And where are we today? Because today, although we're making strides, the fierce fight continues right into the 21st century for girls and for women, especially women of color, as we continue to experience gender bias and racial discrimination in the community, workplace, and sometimes even in our home. Gender bias and racism continues to silence women and hinder the development, opportunities, and progress of female to reach their highest levels of leadership. And so while we're in a male-dominant social institutions constructs and continue to be a place for girls of disadvantage, however, systemic racism grossly impacts lives of Black women, Indigenous people, Indigenous and people of color, BIPOC, a community, as it removes the opportunity for economic development and often the quality of life for women with children. Thus, it's important that as BIPOC women, we must recognize the signs of unbiased covert actions and fight anti-Black racism and fight discrimination. We must not sit back and relax and we cannot afford to be complacent. We must continue to see, when we see something, to say something. We must speak out. To change a narrative, we must demand a diverse and inclusive social and professional safe environment. Gender and race equality constructs women's empowerment. Whilst gender gaps are detrimental as it limits women to reach their highest potentials and erect barriers to access and discriminate and disrespect, establish diversity, inclusivity, and collaboration within our multicultural communities is a must if we are to address the issues of bias, including the unconscious bias. We must lift our voices and we must influence to drive change. And it starts right here with each and every one of us. We must apply gender lens in all our actions and words. As women, we must stand up and make a concerted effort to elevate ourselves and to elevate each other. Accept cultural differences, not tolerate, but to accept. That is super important. Because only in accepting that we understand our differences and realize that we're really one, fighting for the same goal. We must stand side by side because we are the strongest and wisest in number. A transformed society built on strength and of concerted efforts will result in a fairer society that will drive inclusive economic growth. It's incumbent on all of us to provide value for our young women and children and strive to become better role models and overall human beings. The Canadian Black Chamber of Commerce continues to recognize and celebrate the strength, courage, and work of all persons who identify as women from every corner of the globe. This month, Women's History Month and International Women's Day, CBCC, has dedicated all our events to recognize this strength and value women, add to the sustainability of our strong economy. I want to thank you for having me here today to speak to you. It's such a wonderful pleasure. And I definitely look forward to eventually the 9th anniversary to meet you all in person. Thank you.
Sure, Michelle. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts, your views. And I agree with you that we all need to collaborate. We live in a multicultural country where all the communities come together. So it's wonderful to have people from diverse backgrounds join us today to celebrate International Women's Day. We would like to honor you with the Women Hero Award. And I'll request, here is your award. So though we are doing it virtually this time, and we're looking forward to have an in-person event next year, as MPP Amarjot Sandhu also said, and definitely look forward to having you as a part of our team moving forward. So here's your
that is so beautiful. Thank you. I am so humbled and so honored. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us today. All right.
My
So
pleasure.
congratulations. Moving on, let's have our next guest speaker, who is we have Mia Moray. She is a barrister and solicitor. So she is our next award winner as well as guest speaker. So can we have Mia join us today and share her views and thoughts? Just to give her introduction, let me have Mohi introduce Mia today. Mohi, are you there? She is actually our young volunteer who's going to be introducing all our guest speakers and award winners. Mohi?
Hi everyone, my name is Mohi. So Mia Moray, she's a barrister, solicitor, and notary public. She arrived to Canada from Estonia in 2008 In Estonia, she obtained her bachelor's in law and worked for the Legal Information Center for Human Rights, protecting rights of cultural minorities and developing projects supporting diversity and inclusion. After arrival in Canada, she obtained her LLM in common law from York University, Osgoode Hall Law School, while working in various law firms. In 2020, she opened her own firm, MMA Law. The firm practices in the areas of real estate, residential and commercial, business law, and wills and estates. In her spare time, she likes traveling, spending time with her family, friends, and beloved dog Lily, mix of Golden Retriever, Akita, and Australian Shepherd.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mokshi, Mohi. Thank you. Namaste.
Good to have you.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure and an honor to join you today. It's
Mohi, we
fantastic.
can't see you. Are you on the video?
Can you see me?
Yes, now we can see you.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
Yeah, so as I was saying, it's a pleasure, it's an honor, and especially it's such an important day for us women in all over the world, actually. So it is especially important to me to be able to join you, also to give honors and also to celebrate such an amazing day. Also, as the lawyer, I have a little bit of an informational speech for you today. And I would like to focus a little bit on mental health, especially with an emphasis on the women's mental health. I find it is a very important topic that is oftentimes goes overlooked. Also because a lot of people take for granted what we as women have to go through. A lot of us have to stay strong for our children, for our partners, for our society. We have to be successful in the eyes of the society as mothers, as sisters, as wives, and we also have to succeed. And we have to have a successful job, successful achievements, and we are being rated apart with men and the male part of the society. And especially in now a 21st century, all that it doesn't go, unfortunately, without a certain mental consequences for many of us. Also, unfortunately, we need to be reminded today, as much as this is a positive event, and there is still some certain traumatic things happening in the world. We just came out of a pandemic, and unfortunately, we did end up being in a situation that may end up in some traumatic consequences in terms of the war and other economical, political things that's happening. And I think it's very important today that we would talk about a topic of the human rights and mental health in the workplace, especially because many of the members and attendees today are business owners that either employed or are employees, or they employ themselves. And although we are not therapists and we're not medical professionals, as a lawyer, I wanted to highlight the topic of, and from the employment perspective, to help increase the awareness on something that many times just gets overlooked and ignored. The Ontario Human Rights Code protects you from discrimination with respect to being fired, denied a job or promotion because of the mental health disability or addiction. I don't know how many of you knows, but the legal professionals actually believe that attention to the mental health is now more important than ever before. We all need to be reminded of the traumatic effects that our environment has on us, on so many of us. Mental illness can be a taboo subject in our society and in our workplaces, but it shouldn't be. People with mental health disabilities and addictions may be exposed to stereotypes based on irrational fears, leading to experiences of stigma. Those individuals may also experience barriers to accessing employment. Employees may find themselves isolated and marginalized in the workplace, impacts that may be made worse by other human rights-related barriers such as racism, sexism, ageism, or homophobia. The Ontario Human Rights Code provides for equal rights and opportunities and freedom from discrimination. The code recognizes the dignity and worth of every person in Ontario and applies to the areas of employment, as well as few other areas such as residential tenancies and access to goods, which we are not going to cover today. In Ontario, the law protects you from discrimination and harassment because of mental health disabilities and addictions. Some individuals with mental health disabilities and addictions may need accommodation so they can equally benefit from and have access to employment. Usually, the accommodation process starts with a person asking for help. However, because of the nature of the disability, a person with a mental health disability or addiction may be unable to ask for assistance. And this is when it's important for us to work together as a team. Where an employer thinks that someone has a mental health disability or addiction and needs help, there is still a duty to accommodate that person. Organizations have a duty to design the services, policies, and processes with the needs of people with mental health disabilities and addictions in mind. This way, people with disabilities are able to fully integrate into all aspects of society. This is called inclusive design. Accommodation is a shared responsibility. Everyone involved, including the person seeking accommodation, should cooperate, share information, and look for solutions together. Many accommodations can be made easily and at a little cost. Here are some examples for you. Increased flexibility of work hours or work leave, facilitating an employee's access to an addiction program and allowing the person time off to attend, getting information about community resources and supports, depending on the circumstances, job restructuring, retraining, or assignment to an alternative position. Let me give you an example. Co-workers make fun of a person with depression because of the disability. His co-workers and managers also constantly question him about the types of medications he's taking. This could be a form of harassment and prohibited under the Human Rights Code. And finally, it's very important to keep in mind, everyone have a duty to accommodate the needs of people with mental health disabilities and addictions, but only to the point of undue hardship. So I hope this was just a friendly reminder about how we have to be mindful of each other's struggles and support each other. And I think today, this event is a beautiful reminder that we are on the right track and that we're able to get together and raise important topics. Mokshi.
Thank you, my dear. Wonderful. And you know what, it is so important to know our rights. I mean, we all need to know our responsibilities, but we need to know our rights as well. So good that you shared that with us. So very important that in Canada, we are so lucky, we are so fortunate to have those rights, that if we are going through a phase of harassment or any problems, at least we have a recourse, we have a legal recourse there. So it's great to know that. Thank you so much for sharing this. And I think this is important information. Thank you, Mia, for being a part of our today's celebration. And it's our honor, it's our privilege to award you a Women Hero certificate this time. Thank you.
You guys are amazing. I'm very, very honored. And I didn't see that coming. I'm completely just blown away right now. And I couldn't be more thankful.
It's nice to recognize the efforts, all the work that amazing women like you are doing. It's always a privilege for us to get connected with them and recognize them. Thank you. So stay for the event, and moving on, let's hear it out from our next award winner and a guest speaker, and that is, just trying to follow the agenda so we can cover up. And our next award winner is Dr. Mrs. Dhaneshwari Talpade. She is Public Affairs, Culture and Education Advisor in Quebec Government Office in Mumbai. She is based in India, and she represents the Consulate General of Canada there. So let's have her introduction. Mohi, I would request our young volunteer to please introduce our next speaker and award winner.
Yeah. So she's working as Public Affairs, Education and Cultural Advisor at the Quebec Government Office in Mumbai since 2017. Ms. Danyeshwari Talpade has worked earlier at the Consulate General of France in Mumbai. She has proven organizational skills along with communication and interpersonal skills in diplomatic and corporate sector. She has authored, co-authored, and translated in all 14 books, translated several articles, stories, and poems from French, Marathi, and English into one of the set languages, and written several articles in Marathi newspapers on careers in foreign languages. She also gives lectures on careers in foreign languages.
Thank you, Mohi. Thanks for a great introduction. And can we have Mrs. Danyeshwari Talpade here? Are you there?
Thank you, Mohi. And thank you,
Great.
Mohi. Thank you, Chitralekha, for introducing me to ICA. Greetings from India to all the esteemed office bearers of Indo-Canadian Association and everyone present at this gala. I'm humbled to receive the award today and honored to get an opportunity to talk to all of you. Typically, every year in March, we suddenly have a large number of social media posts and the conventional print and audiovisual media talking about women empowerment. And then in India, within 24 hours, the fizz dies down. We're back to our realities, our daily struggle, our daily fights, and of course, not to forget some rich returns also. Much has already been said about all this, yet there are a few points to ponder over that I would just like to put forth in this forum. Today, some of us may be honored here, but we need to make it a habit to appreciate and give a pat on the back to as many women as we can across the world for the smallest things that they may have done. It can be success of their children, change of residence, acquisition at a home, or any small or big achievement at workplace, anything. A small congratulatory message via WhatsApp or a Facebook post, or when you meet, just saying, hey, you've done so well, to a fellow woman gives her the positivity that is essential to her. So kind words and encouragement are absolutely necessary in life. That is recognition of the existence of a human being, celebration of the existence itself. So when we talk of existence, I would like to ask, how do we get our identities? I can only talk about the Indian women where I am currently. Here, we talk a lot about women, men, children, families, gender equality, gender diversity, etc. Who gives us these identities? Typically, a mother imbibes ideas and identities in a child's mind. The day mothers stop making differences while bringing up their children, oh, you're a girl, so you must learn this, or you shouldn't do this. Oh, you're a boy, don't do this, do this. When a mother stops doing this, she is sowing seeds of an egalitarian society where everyone is already empowered. Here, the mother is becoming the change herself that is required today. I would say empowerment starts from within. We need to love ourselves as women, accept and embrace our existence, respect it, and slowly but surely make others respect it. This certainly means a lot of struggle, but nothing is achieved easily in life by anyone. So, for those whose journey has begun, we are all in together. And for those who are yet to begin, try, I would say, to take the first step and let us all help each other to try and achieve it. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Tharpere, sharing all your views. And I agree with you that we need to all support each other. And that was the reason of starting this nonprofit organization, to help newcomers, especially women, because I feel as women, we wear multiple hats. We are a mother, we are a wife, we are a career woman, and so much more. So it's very important that we get that little support, that little recognition for the small things that we try to do, besides doing all the chores that we do in our family. So I really agree and appreciate all your words, all your thoughts. So it's an honor for us to recognize you with Women Hero Award today. So let's see it there. Thank you. Thank you, Ajit, for all the help that you're providing us with the technical support. And here is the award. And you can also take a picture here, but we will be sending you all through your email soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I just wanted to
Go ahead.
I just wanted to say something here. I know you're thanking me for doing the technical stuff today, but it is really surprising that on Women's Day, I actually messed it up in the beginning, and I'm being helped by a woman who is 14 years old. She is my daughter. She's sitting beside me. And this is a classic case of reverse mentoring. Let me just show you. She's sitting here and she's helping me out. So I'm generally a technically savvy person, but for whatever reason today, I mixed up quite a bit. So happy Women's Day to all the beautiful women.
Thank you so much. All right. So can we have a message from MP Sonia Sidhu and Mayor Boni Krombi?
Happy International Women's Day, Mississauga. This year's theme is Break the Bias and encourages us to acknowledge deliberate or unconscious bias and to value each other's differences. Today we celebrate the women who have defied the odds and broken through barriers. Because of their courage, we have made progress on achieving greater gender equality, but there is a lot more work that needs to be done. Whether it's in our schools, workplaces, or anywhere else in our community, we have a collective duty to acknowledge biases that exist, challenge stereotypes, broaden our perceptions of gender and gender roles, and do whatever we can to break barriers so all women have a place in the world. In order to achieve a truly inclusive world, we must help women succeed by lifting them up, encouraging them to dream big, and offering resources and support. So, I ask that today, on International Women's Day, you take a moment to think of what you can do in your everyday life that can help break the bias that women face. Whether it's taking steps to break the glass ceiling in your workplace, or simply supporting a women-owned small business, no act is too small. From action comes change, and it is my hope that our city becomes an even more inclusive place, free of bias, inequality, and injustice. If you'd like to get involved in this year's International Women's Day movement, post a photo with your arms crossed with the hashtag #BreakTheBias to show your commitment to calling out bias, smashing stereotypes, breaking inequality, and rejecting discrimination. Happy International Women's Day.
Thank you. It was a great message by Mayor Boni Krombi. And I agree with her that women has contributed a lot in the society. We've made great strides in reducing the gender equality gap. However, we still have some barriers to overcome so that we have equal economic opportunities, educational equity, and we can put an end to the gender-based violence. Let's hear out to our MP Sonia Sidhu's message as well.
Hello everyone, I'm Sonia Sidhu, your Federal Member of Parliament from Brampton South. I want to start by thanking Mokshi Work board members and the entire team at the Indo-Canadian Association for all of your important work. I'm sending my warm wishes to everyone celebrating at home and to organizers, participants, and volunteers participating in and enjoying the virtual event. On International Women's Day and throughout the month of March, we celebrate the successes and the diversity of women and girls here in Brampton and across Canada and around the world. We also honor those who have stepped up, lifted up others, and created change. I am so proud of the work this community is doing to promote gender equality for everyone, everywhere, because when women succeed, we all do. We have made progress, but there will always be more to do to protect and empower our mothers, sisters, and daughters. Our government will continue to support women entrepreneurs affected by the pandemic, reduce violence against women, expand affordable childcare, implement pay equity, cross federal industries. We all need to work together to build a better world where everyone has the opportunity to reach their full potential. Thank you, and I hope you all enjoy the rest of this event.
Thank you. I would request that when we are listening to someone else or watching a video, we can all mute ourselves so that we can focus on what's going on the screen. Thank you for understanding. Moving on, and that was a great message from MP, Member of Parliament, Sonia Sidhu, who is from the Brampton South riding. She has been a great advocate of gender equality. She's done a lot of work in the community, and we really appreciate that she has been supporting our initiatives always. She's been coming to all our events and sending her wishes. Thank you, MP Sonia Sidhu. Moving on, our next award winner and the guest speaker for this afternoon is Raj Arneja. Raj Arneja is a director of corporate engagement and philanthropy at Nanak Foods. I think most of our South Asian community has tasted the food that we get from Nanak Foods. So they are into yogurts and paneer and so many things. And so it's good to honor a woman, a business owner who's been in this industry for a really long time. So welcome, Rajiv, to our event, and we look forward to listening from you. And before that, let's have Mohi introduce you. Tell us about your achievements. Yes, Mohi, go ahead.
So as you said, Raj Arneja is the Director of Corporate Engagement and Philanthropy at Nanak Foods. Raj works hard at building relationships within the community through her work at Nanak Foods. She directs the company's philanthropy, including strategy, programming, and partnership development, and day-to-day operation of all corporate contributions. Raj is also recipe creator for Nanak Foods and social media channels. Raj has written a memoir titled Love at First Sight, A Mother's Journey to Adoption. Her book chronicles her journey of adopting her 2 babies from India. It describes the challenges and travels she went through while trying to adopt her now grown-up children in the 1990s. Raj's experience have made her a strong advocate for adoption and a voice of reason and support in the community. Raj sits on boards where she can apply her skills and experiences. Raj is one of the founding members of the Seva Thrift Society, which runs a charitable thrift store. She's the president of the board and a volunteer manager at the store. Raj enjoys supporting and fundraising for various charitable nonprofit community organizations.
Thank you. Thank you for a wonderful introduction. And can we have Raji and listen it out from her?
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I'm really honored to be part of this tremendous group of women. I'd love to meet everybody. I'd love to do a face-to-face meeting like this. I think it would be more interactive. Anyways, I don't really know what to say except that I like every day that goes by, I enjoy everything that I do, and I feel like the support that I have. I work with a lot of women, especially at Seva Thrift Store and in our company as well. My whole team is women, and I'm really proud of the people that I work with, and I love going to work every day and just being part of 2 types of teams. I work at Seva Thrift and at Nanak Foods. So I think, we like to push each other up. We are a big support for each other. And that's my, that's what I like to say. But I did want to touch on the book that I wrote. That was another journey that I took. I took it by myself. I have a husband who's like 100% support, but I did go to India twice to adopt my 2 children without him. And I had to deal with the bureaucracy of India, being a woman in India. And the normal question asked was, "Where's your husband?" And I had his power of attorney, and that was frowned upon. So, but I made it. I've got my 2 children, and a very happy family household.
Wonderful. And you know what? We are so proud of the work that you're doing and through Seva. And that's what we feel. It's a way of giving back to the community, which is so important. As a nonprofit organization based in Toronto, that's what we also do. During the COVID time, we did some food donation drive to support newcomers and people who needed this donation. So I can understand it's a great feeling when you're giving back. So thank you so much for what you're doing. And we recognize you as a women hero for this. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we have the award here, Ajit. I was really impressed with your picture. Beautiful picture here.
Oh, thank you. That was for the book.
Very nice. And congratulations on your book as well.
Oh,
it's wonderful.
thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. And let's move on to our next performance. And that is by Arya. As Ajit just introduced her daughter, and she's a wonderful dancer. She's learning classical dance performances. So it's wonderful. Let's see her performance today. Amazing performance. Wonderful. You were great, Arya, and keep learning. And you know what? Move on in life. You are going to be a great performer. All the best. Moving on, our next award winner and the guest of honor is Dr. Elisa White. She's the founder and CEO of Fulfillment Empowerment Network USA. Mohi, can you introduce our next award winner?
Yes.
Elisa White, thank you.
Dr. Elisa White is a dynamic, trailblazing global leader who has vast experience in public and international policy. She is the founder and CEO of Fulfillment Empowerment Network USA, an initiative that has seen young people across West Africa acquire entrepreneurial skills and capital to start up SMEs. She's the vice president of Save the Girl Child Advocacy Africa, co-founder and accreditation director for Europe, MENA, and Asia at International Internship University, IIU. Dr. Elisa is a transformational leadership and master mindset expert, an international speaker and trainer. Additionally, Elisa is an ambassador of Peace for Humanity and a global professor of humanities, leadership and management at International Internship University. Dr. Elisa White was awarded the coveted Global Woman of Choice Award for peak performance in business and leadership. In addition, Elisa won another global award with the title Businesswoman of the year 2021. In April 2021, Elisa earned the title of #1 international best-selling author for her collaborative work with the book I Am: How to Release the Shame of Narcissistic Abuse and Transform Financial Poverty to Wealth Beyond Numbers. In October 2021, Dr. White received a Red Blazer of Excellence and Achievement, Global Award, and Women of Heart Awards, WOHA UK.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mohi. And the stage is all yours, Elisa.
Thank you so much, Mohi, for your kind and detailed introduction. Mushki and my dear sisters, Sister Chitra as well. Thank you. Greetings to everyone here. And I'm so excited and absolutely impressed. And I think it was Dr. Talabadi that said it would be just great for us to be in a room, but we're taking what we have for the 8th gala, and next year, 9th, it will be a grand celebration there in Canada. It's such an honor to be here. Greetings, I call women everywhere my sister, because I believe that we're all one, and like Mushki said earlier, we are all fighting and working for the same goal, no matter where on the planet we are. And so I must say hats off and salute and thank you to the men in the room. Without your support and fighting alongside us, we never are able to achieve our goals. And so I just want to ask us a quick question. I know I don't have a long time. I'm going to share some stuff about myself and get us to think a little bit. A lot of times we talk about the grand achievement of so many women, but we seldom speak about the silent struggles and the tears that we shed in private to keep that strength in the image of the public eye. And so I want to ask you ladies, and even the gentlemen in the virtual room today, have you ever felt like you just could not go on anymore? I mean, I know I'm not alone. I've had those feelings several times throughout my life. I see head nods, right? And so I remember when it was just about 15 days before my 35th birthday, I'm just feeling so tired. I was feeling like I wanted to just give up on everything. I had already met the pinnacle. I'd been married for about 17 years at the time. I had gotten a few degrees. I've done a lot of work in the community, working with youth children, both in Guyana, South America, where I was born and raised, and in the USA, but I was tired. I was just tired of getting along with doing and being things in many different areas of my life that just did not resonate with my pure existence. You see, my friends, I had started having issues and symptoms in my body because of this sort of disease. One of my good friends said to me, do you know that disease in your mind and in your soul breeds disease in your body? And I was like, I could tell you, because I was going to the doctor and they couldn't really find what was going on with me. But it was that level of secret inauthenticity that I was struggling with, that was making me uncomfortable in my body. You see, I'd become so ill that I thought I was going to literally die. I literally end up in a hospital on my back after 3 rounds of infertility treatment, having a miscarriage after 2 months of pregnancy. It was so hard. My soul was struggling to breathe, literally. I couldn't understand why I was such a good girl and a wonderful teenager, hardworking and contributing to society. And here I was, the one thing, you know, you dream about, being a mother, was not happening for me. And I was just about age 35. Does anyone know what I'm talking about when your soul just does not feel like it could breathe one more breath? You see, I had that infertility treatment after 3 rounds and that miscarriage, but wasn't enough pain, I guess. Things became unsettled in my marriage. We were both struggling, we were hurting. That lost dream of motherhood, and now I was looking down a barrel of divorce. After all those years, after everything we did, after everything we built, I was looking at divorce. And so I'm sitting there in my pain, and I'm thinking, what would I be without everything that I've created, a dream? What would I be without him, without us, and what we've built so far? I wanted to give up. Like I said, my soul could not breathe any longer. At one point, I thought, why am I still alive with all this? But there was a still voice that came in my head. As I shed tears day after day, after a while, I heard it say, you will be you. And as I conjure up more questions and despair in an ocean of tears, my friends, brothers and sisters today, I felt like I was beyond repair, but I heard that voice, you will be you. That voice got louder. Elisa, you are going to be you. Who you were created to be unapologetically. You indiscriminately. You are enough. I believe that voice was the voice of God. You see, friends, it is my desire for you to take one thing from what I'm sharing with you today. And that is the key to everything you have ever dreamed of, the key to unlocking your purpose and pursuing it with passion and ultimately attaining fulfillment has had to be with you embracing all of you. As we, as leaders here today, women leaders, we must empower ourselves to embrace who we truly are authentically, for that to resonate in the minds and hearts and lives of other women and young women that we serve, regardless of their color, regardless of where on the planet they're located. Dr. Brene Brown said, authenticity is the daily practice of letting go of who we think we are supposed to be and embracing who we are. You see, friends, I needed to let go of what society told me I should be. See, society told me that the image of a woman is only kept in her getting married, having children. And now in this modern time of women empowered and feminist movement, we must have the career, the job, and everything else to go with it. So they painted us a picture of who we are supposed to be and not who we are. And so I embrace that. We're breaking the bias of conforming to what we're told we're supposed to be. You see, my friends, I had to wipe those images of what my parents' dreams were for me out of my head. Because society that I came from in Guyana, South America, when a woman doesn't have kids, the whispers go on. Even though I moved and I live in totally another country, when are you gonna have kids? That awkward moment in the room. Do you have children? And no one means to be mean, but what does that mean to a woman when that identity has been placed in her that she must give birth? I was so admirable, and I can't wait to read your book, Dr. Talpati, about how you went to get your babies in India. And when I wiped the slate came, I began to embrace myself, what I desired, what I wanted, how I wanted to go, who I wanted to go with. and exactly who I was. I tapped into my purpose. So when I feel stuck, overwhelmed now, or confused, or just simply uneasy, I go back to that simple question. Elisa, who are you? Who are you, woman, today? And answer that for yourself, not for what people have told you that you are. Because you already know, my sister. Ladies and gentlemen, that is my own navigation system. When we embrace who we are, we're able to define purpose. We're able to define our why. From a place of purpose, we ignite our passion. And that is where the magic of our lives begin. We become empowered to take action with the awareness that this is all happening for me. I am empowered by my dreams. I am empowered by what I was created to be, but not defined, but what they expect me to be. We begin to see opportunities in disaster. We begin to see heartbreak and disappointment. Yes, we feel pain, but there are opportunities. We begin to see purpose in the pain. My journey to empowerment and ultimately fulfillment began the moment I said yes to myself. Yes to me. Friends, would you say yes to yourself today? Women on this call, men on this call, would you say yes to who you are, what you're created to be, so that you can inspire the next generation of leaders to be that unapologetically? Would you say yes to all that you know that is within your soul, regardless of what anyone thinks? Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to go beyond all that you were taught you should be, to find what your soul truly, truly, truly sings for? I challenge you to embrace you and all that you were created for you, and not to regret the rest of your journey by sitting in silence and playing to the tunes of what the world has told you you should be. We are women, we are empowered women, and empowered women empower women. But we first must empower ourselves and give ourselves permission to be exactly who we are unapologetically. I thank you all for listening to me today. I send love, light, and blessing right here from the Grand Canyon State, Arizona, here in the USA. And I look forward to connecting with you all. Don't be surprised, I'm sending LinkedIn requests to all you empowered women on this call. And I can't see what we get to do together next. Mokshi, I thank you so much for the invite. God bless you all. Love, light, peace, and blessings.
Amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Elisa. It was wonderful hearing it out from you. You know what? It is so important that we have these conversations where we motivate and support each other. So wonderful message. Just wanted to share a little bit about that International Women's Day is not about any country, a group, or organization. No one government, NGO, charity, corporation, academic institution, women's network, or media is solely responsible for International Women's Day. This day belongs to all the groups collectively everywhere. And that's what we are trying to do. So can we have your award here? Congratulations, Elisa, and beautiful picture.
Thank you so much. I'm very much surprised by this as well. I didn't know this was coming, so this is a pleasant surprise. I appreciate it. Thank you so much again, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you for being a part of this event.
Hello, everyone. It is a privilege to join you today in honoring and celebrating women in our society. Events like this allow the topics of gender equality and female empowerment to be at the forefront of the conversation. As a female MPP, I have seen and experienced firsthand the challenges that come with working in an often male-dominated profession. I am inspired every single day by my colleagues, my stakeholders, constituents in my community, and all the wonderful women who work to dismantle barriers and fight gender discrimination where it still exists in our society. With that being said, I would like to offer my sincerest congratulations to the winners of the Woman Hero Awards. Your remarkable work and contributions have not gone unnoticed, and I know that I can speak for all of us when I say that we are so proud of what you have achieved. These women inspire all of us to work together for a more equitable world where no woman or girl is disadvantaged by her gender. Serving as the MPP for Mississauga Centre has allowed me to meet countless incredible women from all backgrounds who serve our community in their own unique, different way. And that is why it is such a pleasure for me to attend events like this one. While we know that barriers and ceilings continue to exist around the world, I am inspired by the stories of women and girls like the ones we are celebrating today, who succeeded in male-dominated roles and industries. By continuing to work together, we will accomplish a world of true gender equality.
All right, moving on. Do we have MP Ruby Sahota here? Because she had to join us around this time. So I was just wondering if she's there, then probably we can hear her message as well. Ajiti, do you notice that Member of Parliament Ruby Sahota is here, or MPP Deepak Anand is here? No?
No, I don't see their names.
Okay. Actually, the Member of Provincial Parliament, Deepak Anand, had to join us today and share his views. But all right, let's move on to our next awardee, and that is Nirmala Armstrong. Nirmala Armstrong is a barrister and solicitor. If she's here, then we can talk to her. Are you there, Nirmala ji? Okay, I'll just send her a message. So our next award winner and the guest speaker is Svetlana. So if we have Svetlana here, Svetlana is a CEO of Immigrant Women in Business, IWB, and she did a wonderful event last year. She's actively involved in the community and helping business women set up their businesses here in Canada, all the immigrant women. So it's great to have her. Do we have Svetlana here?
Yes, Moksha, thank you for having me.
Wonderful. Svetlana, let's have Mohi give your introduction, the formal introduction. Mohi, can we have an introduction of Svetlana here?
Yes. So Svetlana Ratnikova, her passion is positive change, big ideas, business growth combined with proven expertise to build and retain top performing teams that bring exceptional value to organizations. Her drive is to make the world more compassionate, innovative, and sustainable, always focus her effort to help people and look for an opportunity to grow personally and professionally. She is directly involved in developing supply channels and implementing highly targeted marketing campaigns for specialty items to global markets. She's founder and CEO.
Thank you, Mohi. And the stage is yours, Svetlana. Wonderful to have you here.
Thank you, Moksha. Thank you for all the smiles, all the beautiful smiles, and happy International Women's Day to all of you, ladies and gentlemen. That's, special time to be alive for women. That's how I feel, that's what I know. Today we stand on the ground of Canadian land of freedom and opportunities. And my first congratulations to all immigrant women in business who choose to become entrepreneurs, who choose to select the path of becoming a business owner, because at the end of the day, women empowerment is economic empowerment. And yes, we do need to take risks. And yes, we need to lead with massive action. And yes, it's going to be tears and sacrifices and sleepless nights. But without taking a risk, we are not going to go anywhere. It's taking risks, surrounding ourselves with positive-minded people, having never giving up attitude, and again, just each and every day, moving fast, doing a lot. At the end of the day, success is a progress by helping other people. And the best part of living in Canada, this success is available for everybody. So I'd like to congratulate all of you, my beautiful Canadian sisters. We won a huge lottery ticket being here in Canada, and those who from United States as well. We have human rights in this continent. Half of the women around the world, they don't have basic human rights. We can achieve enormous results, enormous progress. We can live the life of beautiful, enormous possibilities and accomplishments. But my last thing that I want to say, that we can only do it together. Without mentors, business advisors, senior level business people, people who are humble, giving, who are willing to give you advice selfishly. I mean, they just do it because it's the right thing to do. And it's actually, today, it gives us joy to share our resources, to share our connection, because the reward for any leader is the growth of other leaders. And that's what we select to do as immigrant women in business. I'd like to salute to all immigrant women in business in Canada and United States. And I'd like to salute to all mothers and all women in the world who choose to fight for their kids and become an amazing example of inspiration and growth for our next generation.
Thank you so much, Svetlana. And I know you're a big force, big motivation force behind the immigrant women in business. So hats off to you, big salute to you. Keep doing the best that you're doing. And you know what, I believe in collaboration. I really thank you for giving me that collaboration award as well. So I believe in that. We all need to collaborate together. That's how we will move forward. That's how we can be successful. So wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing your views. And here's your small recognition, Women Hero Award for you.
Thank you, Moksha, so much. Thank you.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you so much, dear. All right, so moving on, then let's, we have another video from one of our performer. So her name is Gauri Vyas. Can we play her video and enjoy have some good time? While they are playing, I just wanted to share a code which is
सनन जाए रजिया करबे की रात में चूड़ी खनकाई तूने आधी ही बात में सनन सनन जाए रजिया करबे की रात में चूड़ी खनकाई तूने आधी ही बात में करबे की रात पिया धड़के मेरा जिया कह देना आज तू है मेरे संग ढोलीना ढोल वागे 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 रे ढोलीना ढोल वागे 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 रे भैया माँ वागे वागे ढोल वागे रे भैया माँ वागे वागे ढोल वागे रे ढोलीना ढोलीना ढोल हैया माँ वागे वागे ढोलीना 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 ढोल हैया माँ वागे वागे ढोलीना.
So this was a beautiful performance by a group performance by one of our artists, and her name is Gauri Vyas. So it's good to see a different culture, different flavor. All right. So I just wanted to see if our MP Deepak Anand is here. Can we check, Chitraji? Or if
Yes, let me see.
And if MP Ruby Sahuja is here as well. I've sent a message to our next award winner, which is Nirmala Armstrong. She's our guest speaker and the award winner. So I don't know if she's joined us or Nirmala Armstrong. This is your opportunity. Anybody wants to say a few words about Women's Day, their views, their thoughts, please feel free. Anybody would like to share a few words? And I would like to acknowledge Dr. Kalpana Dikshit from India attending the event with us. So nice to have you. It's always good to have a all the experienced people who have seen and who have been regularly attending events and actively participating. So good to have you here.
Good evening, everyone. Good night. Namaste. Salam. I am Dr. Kalpana Dixit from India. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Am
Yes.
I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah. Actually, I would like to first greet all the wonderful women here and happy International Women's Day to you all. And I would like to say that women empowerment is not an issue now. This is a condition because we have to manage each and everything, and we are managing. We are on the sky, we are on the ground, we are in the science, we are in the technology. In each and every field of human endeavor, we are there. So I think we are now reaching up to the equal and the gender equality. Meaning for us is now is meeting perfectly. After a few days, I think we will not be celebrated this type of days because we are moving very fast on the race of this women empowerment. Many wonderful women are there in the science, in the technology, in our Indian Indian politics also, Indian economics also, and in abroad also. I have seen today many powerful women here. So I think that we have to do our effort for the school level education so that we can achieve the 100% empowerment of the women, 100% gender equality, and we will achieve all the goals of SDG 5. Because school is the backbone of any society, any community, or any nation. So when we teach our children about the gender equality, if we teach our children about the equality and the sensitivity of the gender, as well as we can teach them that morphologically differences is there, but men or women are equal, girls and boys are equal. They are doing the same thing. They are achieving the similar goal of the life. They are on the same peak of their careers, and they are representing many countries and many communities of the world itself. So I would like to finish my version here. And again, I am just feel proud and happy to be part of this wonderful event. Thank you, Mokshi Madam, Chitralekha Madam, and Nancy, and Sajita Pranjali, all the wonderful. Elisa, you are also here. And Svetlana, she looks like a doll. That's fine. I really happy to greet to you all. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kalpana Dixit, for sharing your views, your thoughts on this International Women's Day platform. I have seen you so actively involved in all those SDG goals, conferences. So it's great to hear it out from you. And you know what, collectively we can work together and break the bias as we talk about this year's theme, and then again work towards the gender equality and inequality. So these are some of the issues that we all collectively can work together and try to bridge that gap. So I'm just waiting for MP Ruby Sahota to join us, because she just sent me a message that she's going to be joining us in a few minutes. So just want to hear it out from our political leaders as well, because it's so important, and especially with the women leaders, because they are our voice, they are representing us as women collectively. So it's very good to see and get their involvement in our events. I am still missing our award winner, Nirmala Armstrong. I have left a message. I don't know, maybe she got involved in some other event or something. So we're just waiting for her. If she won't be able to join, we will send her the award to her. Rather, I would say, Mohi, if you can just introduce Nirmala Armstrong, just her introduction, so that everybody knows about her as well.
Yeah. Okay. Nirmala Armstrong was a regional councillor for the city of Markham. In addition to being the first South Asian woman to become a regional councillor in the Society of Markham, she is also a highly regarded lawyer with a BA specialist degree in political science from the University of Toronto, an LLB degree from Queen's University, Faculty of Law, and an LLM degree from Osgoode Hall Law School. Nirmala Armstrong has been serving as a legal advisor to many voluntary organizations, including Vision Youth Leadership Program, Canada Hong Kong New Horizons Lions Club, Equity Council of York Region, Markham Tamil Organization, and York Region Parent Association. Nirmala Armstrong was the past chairperson of the Markham Arts Council and past president of Markham Union World Rotary Club. Nirmala Armstrong is married to Tim Armstrong. She's the mother of 4 children and a proud grandmother of 3 grandchildren.
Thank you. And so if she won't be able to join, then we will email her the details. Thank you so much, Mohi. And it's so good to see young volunteers with us. And you know what, in Canada, that's what I like about it, that our young students and volunteers, they get involved in the community events, which is so nice. I know it's a win-win for them. They get their community hours because that's their requirement to graduate. But for us as well, it's nice to have them involved in this community work, which is so nice. Thank you, Mohi, for being a part of this event. And I would just like to acknowledge the performer, the dance performer, Ujjani, who started the dance performance today, our video that we showed. She did a great work, and I just wanted to tell you that Ujjani has been doing classical, she's been learning and performing Odissi dance performances for quite some time, and she's been recognized, she's been awarded for being an Odissi dancer. So it's great to have young performers participating with us. And as we saw Arya performance as well. So it's good to see that girls are taking interest in performing arts as well, because education is important, but you know what, it's always good to follow your passion as well. So it's nice that the young girls are learning and participating in the events like these. Let me just quickly send a message to our MP. If she's joining us, then we can hear it out from her. And I will request anyone else who is attending our event would like to share their views, please feel free. This is your opportunity. And Ajitji, if we have another performance, then we can play that. We will be sharing the link for this recording today on YouTube as well. I will share it and we'll send it to you if you need it. It's Facebook Live at this time, so it's nice to really reach out. So it's good. All right.
तू होगी 1 to 2 ओ कुड़िए what to do ओ हो गई मुंडे दी पतंगा वर्गी तू एवें उड़दी ओ हो गई मुंडे दी हिला ते चलदी टुक टुक तू करदी मेकअप तू करदी अंग्रेजी पढ़दी गिट पिट तू करदी जिमें क्वीन साडी विक्टोरिया तू कंटी बिग बैन दी पूरा लंदन ठुमकदा ओ जदों नचे पैन दी पूरा लंदन ठुमकदा तू घंटी बिग बैन दी पूरा लंदन ठुमकदा ओ जदों नचे पैन दी पूरा लंदन ठुमकदा सिर ते गिलासी रख पंजाबी स्टाइल विच लस्सी दा गिलास खिच
पंजे से लिपटी ये पतंग जुड़ी जुड़ी जाए, उड़ी उड़ी जाए, उड़ी उड़ी जाए, दिल की पतंग देखो उड़ी उड़ी जाए।
दो दिल उड़े ऊंचे आसमानों में जुड़े, दो दिल उड़े ऊंचे आसमानों में जुड़े।
Thank you. It was a beautiful performance by Gauri Vyas. Gauri runs a dance school where she teaches Bollywood and classical dance, traditional dance performances. So it's good to have Gauri Vyas' performance here with us. And if anyone of you and your daughter or someone wants to learn the dance, this is a reference to her, and it'll be nice that we can support the Dance Academy. All right, so we have our MP, Ruby Sahota, here with us. So it's great to have you. We were waiting for you. I know you have so much of involvement with other groups as well. So she was actually at another event celebrating International Women's Day. Good to have you here, MP Ruby Sahota. I would like to hear from you.
Thank you, Mokshi. Thank you so much for having me on. Sorry, I could only join closer to the end. International Women's Day is always, it's always a pleasure to celebrate many events this month, to honor and also recognize the achievement of so many women. And this year's theme by the federal government is Women Inspiring Women. And so the reason I sit today as a federal member of parliament is because many women have inspired me to enter this space, and I hope I myself inspire others, but so many of you, which I've gotten to know over time, through various organizations such as the Indo-Canadian Association here today that's hosting and MentorX Women, you inspire a lot of women to step forward. So I just want to say thank you. And I appreciate you. And as a federal government, I know sometimes people think that government is going to be the answer to a lot of their issues and problems. And although there's infrastructure and there's, things we can put in place, it really is the people on the ground like you that help support other women, that hold somebody's hand, that's a shoulder to cry on, all of those things that are needed, a person to point them in the right direction, to network. And I know that your organizations have done all of that, because women do still today face many challenges, although we have to recognize our achievements, but we also have to make sure that there's awareness out there that there are still some hurdles in the way. Just the other day, my son was asking me, he's been fortunate, I think, for the most part, not to have had too many gender biased impressions made at a young age to him. And so he was asking me why International Women's Day was actually a thing. And I think in his world, he sees a mom that has a role such as mine. And it's funny because I did ask him, I said, do you think there's certain things that women should do or certain, roles that men should play? And he was very confused by the question. He's like, Mom, why are you asking me such stupid things? Like, I don't understand what's gotten over you. But it was interesting because I just wanted to see where his thought pattern was at this point. I've been kind of regularly assessing where our future generations might be through his thoughts and ideologies. And I know they're going to change eventually as he gets older. He is going to have other influences on him, and eventually there will be a change in thought process. But as far as he knows now, there is no such hurdle or any difference between men and women regarding what they can or cannot do or achieve. So that's wonderful to see that we are making strides, we are making a change. A lot of reports have recently come out. In an event I just hosted just now, we were able to fund a a research company called Cultural IQ, who you may have read in some recent articles through, I believe Global had put them out and some other national news organizations, that the research they have done shows that many South Asian women are going to be exiting the workforce at a young age. They're highly qualified, but 50% of them are dissatisfied with where they are in their professional careers, and therefore will be leaving their workplace. I was very shocked to hear that. And I was also very shocked to see that many BIPOC women are far exceed having the degrees and accolades and having a good education than others, yet they achieve far less. So there is a barrier somewhere. And overall, women, whether they're of a minority group or not, we are seeing that corporations are hiring more and more women. And I do think that organizations like yours and leadership through governments like ours as well does provide a good provides good leadership for corporations to also follow suit. So they are hiring, and we're seeing 50 hiring when it comes to the lower and middle levels in corporations. But once again, at the higher level, we are seeing less women being able to reach that level, I guess, in their careers where they're at a high executive level. So there is some work to do in that area. As a member of parliament, we have made some gains as well. We are now at 30% representation in the House of Commons. So that has steadily been inching up election after election, but we aren't at gender parity. Perhaps, I don't know if, I'd love to hear more if women think that should be our goal. We are trying to make sure that, unlike ever before, that our women are in good portfolios, such as our finance minister, our deputy minister. As you see right now, especially with everything going on in the world, you're seeing that the prime minister is sometimes stepping aside or is flanked by a lot of powerful women. Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Deputy Prime Minister. Those kind of portfolios usually always typically went to men. And because they were considered very senior positions to have in government. So that's no longer the case, and I think we can celebrate that. But I also do hear that people in the community sometimes have comments to make about that. So there is some mindset still to be changed. And I appreciate that you guys are doing the work on the ground to help us change that mindset. And thank you for all of that. That's all I'll say. And I'm always here to talk to, because one of my ambitions in this role is to encourage more women to get into different fields and sectors that are not generally typically where women are seen to be. Unless we are seen there, our younger generations won't think they can achieve those things. So let's take up the space, let's be seen, let's raise our voices, and really let people know all that we have going for us and all that we have to contribute. Thank you.
Thank you so much, MP Ruby Sahota. It's always a pleasure having you with us and hear out your views on women empowerment, which is so good. And you know what? You're right. We have made some progress, but still we are not there where it's balanced. That's what we're trying. There's a parity, there's still a gap. So let's all work together. And I believe in collaborations. It was so nice to have people from different diverse communities be a part of our event today. And we have President of Black Chamber of Commerce, Michelle, with us today. So we have Svetlana from Europe. So we have people from different backgrounds, different ethnic backgrounds. We're all together on one platform, sharing and talking about and celebrating International Women's Day together. So it's an honor. Our last speaker and the award winner is Nirmala Armstrong. She was the regional counselor in Markham, and welcome Nirmala ji for this award, and would like to hear it out from you. Let Mohi just introduce you again, our young volunteer today, who is introducing all our guest speakers and award winners.
Yeah, so Nirmala Armstrong was a regional counselor for the city of Markham. In addition to being the first South Asian woman to become a regional counselor in the city of Markham, she is also a highly regarded lawyer with a BA specialist degree in political science from the University of Toronto, an LLB degree from Queen's University Faculty of Law, and an LLM degree from Osgoode Hall Law School. Nirmala Armstrong has been serving as a legal advisor to many voluntary organizations, including the Vision Youth Leadership Program, Canada Hong Kong New Horizons Lions Club, Equity Council of York Region Markham Tamil Organization, and York Region Parent Association. Nirmala Armstrong was the past chairperson of the Markham Arts Council and past president of Markham Union Will Rotary Club. Nirmala Armstrong is married to Tim Armstrong. She's the mother of 4 children and a proud grandmother of 3 grandchildren.
Welcome, Nirmala ji.
Well, thank you very much. I apologize for being late. As a woman, we are given a task of doing many different things. And presently, because I'm taking care of my 91-year-old and 94-year-old parents, I had an emergency to deal with. So I apologize for not being on and not being on video, because I am taking care of them and looking after their needs at this time. But I want to say congratulations to all. Women, we have a role to play, and that comes in many different ways. We are sisters, we are daughters, we are mothers, we are friends, we're supporters, we're mentors. And to celebrate International Women's Day, basically just say to us that we have accomplished, and we want the younger generation to follow suit. We always say we stand on others' shoulders. I will never forget in 1929 when women stood up and said, we are people. We want to be considered persons. And we got that right. Other women since then have been advocating for us. It is sad that the pandemic now has taken a different swing with women being in workforce and parenting, because we have taken the duty of now educating our children while at home, also working while at home, in addition to taking care of the family, preparing meals and doing house cleaning. So we have had a situation where we are put into, and now we have to continue to move forward. And let's hope that this doesn't set us back in any significant ways. So we have a lot of work to do. We have had a lot of accomplishment, and I just wanted to say thank you for the time that you've given me to speak, and also sharing the information, and looking forward to working with the group on achieving much more. With your leadership, we have been able to do many things, and I congratulate the organization for doing what they're doing and keep up the excellent work. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Nirmala ji, for joining us today. And here's a Women Hero Award for you. We will send you the email. Thank you. Thank you for joining us today. And I can understand the multiple roles that a woman has to play, whether it's a wife, it's a mother, as child, and as a career woman. So we all wear multiple hats, so we can understand your situation. But thank you for joining us today and sharing your views with us.
Thank you very much.
All right. With this, we are almost close to wrapping up. I just want to say that we need to understand that gender equality is not a female issue. It's a social and economic imperative. It is vital that we include men in this equation and welcome them to participate in this event too. A quote is, a successful woman is one who can build a firm foundation with the bricks that other have thrown at her. So it's very critical to recognize and celebrate the social, economic, cultural, and political achievements of women all over the world. This day, International Women's Day, serves as an action for accelerating women parity. With this, we'd like to conclude our event today, and I will request Chitra ji for vote of thanks for all our award winners and all the team that has been supporting us and all our volunteers who helped us today for today's event.
Thank you, Mokshi. And first of all, thank you very much for all those who have attended this program. Congratulations to all awardees. And thank you very much, all member of parliaments, for giving us and encouraging us to do all this thing. And thank you very much for all performers as well, because they have done an excellent job. So I would like to say thank you to everyone. And thank you, special thanks to Mr. Ajit for helping us, and a small girl area she supported when the things was little hard. So it's a real pleasure. On International Women's Day, women are ladies supporting men. So that's a real example which I see. So it's really pleasure having her. And once again, congratulations. And thank you to all MPPs and MPs for coming here and blessing us. And congratulations to all awardees. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot for giving your time, special time to us.
Yeah, thank you so much, all the award winners. We are so proud of you, and we know that you'll motivate and inspire other women. And be a part of the change. Try to help break the bias. That's what the theme for this year is. Let's work together. Let's collaborate and support and help new immigrants, women, youth, and our seniors. We all have to work collectively. And thank you so much, MP Ruby Sahota, for being a part of this event with us today and sharing your views. We are all supportive of your achievements and the way you are representing us as women in government. Really admirable, and our full support to you as well. Besides that,
Okay, ma'am.
yes.
Can we have a group photo, please?
Yeah, sure.
Can we have a group photo?
Can we request everyone to put on, come on the camera, switch on their camera so that we can have one picture with everyone on.
Very good gathering, no? So I think.
And thank you, Kalpana ji from India. I mean, we have Dr. Nancy Juneja, Dr. Kalpana from India, and our award winner, Dr. Zalpuri ji from India. This is late hours for them, but thanks for staying back with us. Thank you all the award winners and the guest speakers today to share your views. Let's have one picture together. So anybody wants to take a picture, please feel free. Let's do a group picture now. And this event is actually live on Facebook at this time, and we will be sending, once the event is done, then we will put the recording on YouTube as well, which everybody can access later as well. Great having everyone, and it's a proud moment for us. We just completed our 8 years working as a nonprofit organization, and looking forward to our next year, 9th, celebrating International Women's Day in person. That's going to be exciting. We've just gone through the whole 2 years of pandemic, and really excited and looking forward to moving forward without the pandemic and let it be over. It's been long due. We were all waiting for this. Thank you, everyone. Anybody wants to say anything last? But personal thanks to Ajit ji, who's been our technical team and helping us with this smooth transition with this event. All the lovely performers, the youngsters, the young teenagers who have been actively participating as volunteer, as performers. So it's good to see them. That's what we have to nurture them. You know, our young generation, our young girls, we all have this duty as a responsibility to really pave a way for them so that at least they have a better life. Thank you so much. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Bye. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Nice to meet you all.
Bye.
Bye,
Thank
everyone.
you
Bye-bye.
very much. Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Thank you so much. It's an awesome pleasure meeting you, everyone. Thank you, Moshki, for inviting me today.
Pleasure having you.
Actually, I just saw someone flip about taking care of skin. Let me just have a quick look who that was. There you go.
All right, guys, take care. Bye now.
Bye.